Hello guys, it's Steve, Superior Iron Man issue 2, it's time, here we go. I am Iron Man is written on the cover page, and the cover page is fighting with the Daredevil. So here it explains what it's gonna be. It's kind of a Daredevil versus Iron Man. So the good things, Tony Stark has unleashed perfection upon San Francisco at a price. Daredevil isn't happy and wants to make Tony be the one to pay. The good things, we are seeing a lot of heroes turn villain and vice versa as a result of the events in Avengers and X-Men Axis. The overall story has had some hit or miss moments, seeing the Avengers or X-Men begin to unleash their evil schemes has come across as too far-fetched, but Tony Stark as the superior Iron Man has been a refreshing different story. We all know Tom Taylor is great at pulling out the worst in our beloved heroes. Perhaps part of what is making superior Iron Man work is Taylor hasn't completely twisted who Tony Stark is. He's always been a bit arrogant. He has come up with a great business plan for a new product. Some, like Daredevil, might question his methods of distributing them, but in theory he hasn't really done anything illegal, has he? Okay, Tony's business strategy and what he does afterwards, this leads to a big confrontation between the two. That's it. So from this one we can go like that. This is a result of the action or for the fight. We would seen a bit of Matt Murdock as Daredevil in the first issue as he was trying to figure out what Tony is up to, and he's getting a good test of it. Here as people are desperate for money in order to get the app and get back what they lost for even a little while. That obviously doesn't sit well with Matt, and his confrontation with Tony is done in pretty much the worst way possible by going at him in the midst of a party on Stark Island, which is glittering stylistic jewel of a building sitting top sitting at top of Alcatraz. It's a weird view in general and something that stands out in a bad way. Even for Tony, we see even more of just how bad Tony has gotten as he makes his point of control with Matt even clearer by tossing him over the edge and into the water, which is not easy for Matt to handle considering his power set. As time goes on, we see how Tony is marketing and manipulating people with the app while at the same time glorifying himself in a way that gets a whole lot of adulation, offering free tests of the app in a new way that also protects him from others is smart in that villainous kind of way, and he plays it well, especially as he makes a big show out of an older man confronting him over what he has done, trying us to what Matt saw at the beginning of the book. It's a decent peer show that he basically does, and it reinforces him as the good guy while doing disturbing things. That's a pretty much of cool and hard thing, because here is the actions or something there's, but the illustrations are really pretty good, and while details and colors I like it, but the suit is, oh, is there a flight going on? Oh, the flight is completely gone. Here, I just played it. Okay, so what I was talking about, that the Iron Man suit is pretty much cool over here, as from the issue 1 we have talked it about it. What makes the villain role work even more for me is the introduction of Daredevil. Having a hero we can follow through the story and sympathize with allows Taylor to ratchet up the evil in Tony this issue. So, and I mean evil, I really want to see what the fallout of all Tony's decision will be if he turns back to the way he was. While he may be great at writing villains, Taylor also writes a really good Daredevil, especially since he has the unwelcome task of writing him during one of the best runs in the years for the character, and at times I actually felt I was reading a Daredevil comic rather than an Iron Man more. Yes, that's it. So the bad things about this one, we saw the beginning of the confrontation between Tony and Daredevil in Avengers and X-Men Axis 6. That first encounter was longer and there was some interesting dialogue. It's understandable that the start of the scene would be cut short in order for us to see what happens next and so on. It just felt too abrupt. It's great to see Tony and Mutt butt heads, but also feels a little weird. Daredevil is taking such a huge interest in stopping him. Sure, it makes sense since Mutt moved to San Francisco before Tony came along. Daredevil can definitely hold his own, but to jump in and try to take down Tony, that's a head-on. Seems he might want to ask for a little help The verdict is the what should I say? The repercussions spilling out of Axis have turned things upside down in the Marvel Universe. We are getting a mix of different types of stories as a result. Tom Taylor is doing a fantastic job writing Tony Stark's new twisted adventures. It's easy to dismiss him as an almost villain, but at the same time, you start to question some of that thinking. Having Daredevil come in max for an interesting confrontation, elderly seniors are gives the story a great feel, and it's fun to see the action unfolding across the pages. This isn't the Iron Man you were used to seeing. Where this is going will fill you with excitement. So thanks for watching. Hope you guys have enjoyed it. Just share this video if you want to share it with your friends, and go to the store, buy this comics, buy this issue. It's been really wonderful.